Welcome back. From the get-go, I feel like this is an essential escapist piece. It's loaded with isolationist symbolism, feminist rhetoric, and plenty of lonerism, for lack of a better word. Along with isolationism, there's a lot of expressionism going on here. There are a lot of parallels between the Stylist and the Gruesome Twosome, but we won't get into that here. I will shout out the fact that this biatch is collecting scalps one by one, but not for a wig shop though, for her own personal cavalcade of wigs on demand for each personality within her arsenal, for each personality within her set and setting, for each personality within the serial killer's need for a different mode and modality. Basically, she just wants to fuck around and have a different wig for each day of the week. It's pretty cool. A client comes in for a cut and color, praises the direction her life is going, and how the stylist is outside that social circle. She indulges in free wine that the stylist has laced with a sedative. The sedative seems to take a minute on this poor old soul. And this gets really annoying the longer the client talks about her life as if it's outside the social constructs of the stylist life. Fucked up. She claims that it is outside the social circle that the stylist remains in. The stylist affirms similarity. So she just keeps on talking in this exclusivity motherfucking way to where you just can't wait for Claire to take this bitch out. You can't wait for that sedative wine to take its effect and just knock her out. And then she takes a goddamn phone call. It's all over. Don't worry about it. It's over. She's done. Claire doesn't give a shit anymore. She's just going through the motions. She looked at the camera, for God's sakes. It's over. It's all over.
This is, of course, a journey she fails to make due to Claire's final spectacular act.
So it's shampoo time, and we're about to get into editorial sequence number 1. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Stylist goes in for a shampoo. The sequence is just incredible. The drugs begin to take their effect. The crossfades with the water plus the lighting. It's just, chef's kiss. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Just squeeze that hair, mama. Patrick Stern, director of photography, deserves so many accolades in this movie. And down goes the glass. It's cutting time. Next thing you know, she's OD'd on free wine laced with drugs. The glass finally breaks. It is time for Claire to do some real work. Claire puts up a curtain. She brings a bucket and a mop. Along with a glass mannequin head and a pair of scissors. Unnecessary surgery. This leads to her scalping the client. It takes a steady hand. And it is brutal. A little bit of drip drip. And title card. The title card is revealed. The stylist, the stylist, the the stylist, 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 the stylist. Claire is mortified with herself, but she did produce a fine scalp. She's in her cellar in front of her scalps, placing one on. She says, "We want what we can't have," and preens herself in the mirror. She loves this scalp. It's one of her favorites. Next we cut to a split screen of Claire, the stylist, and Livia, another client, doing their morning routine. Together in the mirror. 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 Livia is a runner, while Claire prefers a much more neutral pace. She's a people watcher. Later, Claire is at a coffee shop, noticing a drop of blood on her shoes, absent-mindedly trying to use one foot to rub the drop of blood away, missing the barista's attempt to predict Claire's order. Her attempts fail again and 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 again. The barista attempts. Claire is aloof. All it is a medium chai latte. Come on, Claire, wake up. Claire pays and is on her way. She still can't get that stupid drop of blood off her shoe. Olivia asks for help with a new cut for her wedding, with Claire saying she doesn't do wedding hair. She eventually submits, giving her a down and wavy look. This montage is beautiful. Olivia is blown away with her new cut, especially the back. Claire is elated at the compliment. Claire charges her barely nothing for the cut, which is super nice of her. And Olivia invites Claire over for a girls' night. Claire is perplexed by the wine choices. Trouble and wine. Love this scene. So Claire comes over.
It's Merlot. I hope that's okay.
bringing Livia the bottle of wine. She provides the pizza. And she says it's Merlot, but it clearly says on the bottle of wine, Syrah. I chalk this up to Claire being nervous and not knowing anything about wine. It's not explained at all in the movie. Is it a hidden plot twist to crunch on? I do not know. I just know for a fact I have frozen the frame and it says Syrah on the bottle. So I don't know why they keep calling it Merlot. So they're relaxing, getting loosey-goosey, as they say. And Claire wants to try on the dress for her. Up. I just realized I said Claire. By that I mean Olivia wants to try on the dress for Claire. But before that can happen, of course, Claire tries on one of her scarves. Olivia tosses on the dress and models for Claire while she takes photos. Claire notices her exposed back while she removes the dress. Let me say that again. Claire notices her exposed back while she removes the dress. Normal, right? Wrong. You don't covet friends like that. Anyway, they discuss the wedding / talk about their moms. They talk and talk and talk and talk for a while. Until they are interrupted by Olivia's fiance. And party's over, as they say. Claire seems mortified as girls' night is over. No more Merlot, no more pizza, no more girls. No more treatza. After the night is cut short, this leads to this breakdown is very heated. She does have some talk to herself, psyching herself up, and Claire having a breakdown in her out of control. But then she decides to head to the cafe where the barista is closing down shop. The owner lets her in. Claire is very sneaky. She sneaks some white powder into her mug on the counter. Claire picks up a chai latte and then heads out, having a brief conversation with the barista. Watching her from the alleyway, the barista then takes a sip of the drug-laced coffee. Soon the drugs will take effect. Claire heads out into the night. She sips her chai latte and sees her with the drugs taking effect. She pulls her back into the cafe. Dragging her body within and getting to work. She makes some hard cuts right in the forehead. The drugs wear off, and the barista wakes up with a "What the fuck, Claire?" To which she starts stabbing her violently. Stabbing her and stabbing her and stabbing her. It's pretty fucked up. She gets her clean on and takes care of business, tossing out the trash. Claire is later seen at a hardware store picking up some 2x4s and nails. The clerk says, "Keeping someone in or keeping someone out?" Claire says, "Definitely keeping someone out." She puts sheets over her vanity and scalp collection, leaving one corner of the mirror exposed for a beautiful shot of Claire in the mirror out of focus, and boards up the cellar. Right about here is the shot I'm referring to. That shot. Claire is invited to a night with Livia and her girlfriends. She gets ready, changing dress after dress. Finally settling on the one that she started with. Claire is awkward in the club. Livia flags her down. They have drinks, and she meets all of Olivia's friends. Claire gets a stain on her dress after cheersing, and it ruins her night. Olivia says, "Let's go dancing." And they do it, to it, do it, to it, do it, to it, do it, to it. Claire is not amused, and she watches Olivia. It's a pretty awesome sequence. It's edited really well. Similar to the hairdressing scenes in the movie. Claire leaves to go to the bathroom so she can fix a stain she is hyperfixated on. And here's Olivia's friends calling her creepy. They're all like, "Where is she?" They have a brief convo. Olivia assures her that she's not usually like this. It's very bizarre and very rude. It's just because it's her bachelorette party. All she wants to do is hang out. So they cross the line. And Claire is not feeling it. Claire still can't get that damn stain out. Claire leaves, sending Olivia the old "I'm tired" text. She follows Olivia's girlfriend home. After a long drive, she arrives at her girlfriend's apartment complex. Or I think it's a house, rather. Could be a condo. Looks like a small house. And it looks like her boyfriend is pulled up as well in a separate Uber. And Claire is pissed. Claire enters her apartment with a switchblade but chickens out, snagging her Lexapro after heading to the bathroom and hiding in the tub. And she clenches that damn switchblade so hard that her hand bleeds. I am so sorry. What I thought was a switchblade magically turned into a pair of scissors. My bad. This transitions into the next 2-3 days where Claire is expecting a text from Livia. Come Thursday, she confronts Olivia at work after hours, creating a sense of unease where Claire asking if she's sure about Charlie. The next day, Claire starts getting anxious and sends a panic text to Olivia, saying she could bring wine. Merlot always, right? She calls Charlie asking if she can get in touch with Olivia, but he says she's busy. Again, she asks if she can bring wine. What the fuck, Claire? You're ruining your reputation. What are you doing, girl? Hang up the phone. Claire comically dumps them in the sink. Bam. And then for some weird reason, Claire casually enters Olivia's house when no one is around, going through Olivia's clothes. Yeah, she's officially lost it. Claire loves Olivia's scarves. She finds a silk slip in her closet, which she puts on immediately. She rocks this slip like it's a prom dress. she's going through the underwear drawer. Finding a metal vibrator. Small, compact, reminiscent of the T-1000. She uses it on herself eventually, lying on their bed, reaching climax. While Olivia and their girlfriend come home. Oh snap. She escapes through the windowsill, wearing the slip, tossing her clothes out along the way. She calls herself stupid constantly. She's really losing it. Claire returns to her cellar. removing the 2x4s and begins trying on her scalps. She tries a blonde wig and says, "Hold it." She tries a blonde wig and says, "Hold it." Claire tries on a blonde wig and says, "That glass ceiling is a real bitch." Practically coming to tears, she throws the blonde scalp on the ground and rips away more sheets, exposing the brunette, black-haired scalp from the opening scene, I guess. There's the black-haired scalp. We all want what we can't have. She suffers a tear-infused breakdown, throwing the scalp far away. She stares at the glass mannequin head, taunting her. She goes out in a feather coat, still wearing the silk slip, and feigns distress. She goes out in a feather coat, still wearing the silk slip. She full-on scalps her. It looks good on her. She feigns distress to a woman, saying she needs a phone. She scalps her, wearing the scalp while she watches TV and eats pizza, laughing all the while. She enters the house, stabbing her in the neck. I think this is the director, causing her to fall. Claire pulls the scissors out. Hold up, gotta disrobe. Claire pulls the scissors out, blood gushing out. The next day is the wedding. She prepares. It's pretty sad, really. She stops by the coffee shop for her usual chai latte, seeing a donation jar for Dawn, the barista's funeral. Also catching a street view. Dun dun dun. A street view of various stills of Claire in the feather coat. She grabs her chai latte and the paper as well. She gets ready for the wedding, bringing a suitcase of supplies with her. Meeting Olivia's mom on the way. Claire ends up behind the stage with the bridesmaids relaxing with mimosas. She was very happy to meet Olivia's mom. She is so happy to see Olivia as well. Bringing her a present. She sets up and starts to do Olivia's hair. This montage is probably one of the best ones in the movie. She preens in the mirror with her girlfriends commenting on her beauty, while Claire watches in silence. She offers to do a little girl's hair who wants to be pretty like Olivia, and she says it'll be easy because she is so beautiful. Olivia and her mates leave and show off her look and dress to Charlie. Claire stalks from around the corner, watching their loving gaze to one another. Claire takes a second to stalk from around the corner. Beautiful lighting around her eyes, goggles of jealousy. The ceremony begins, and the bridesmaids begin to trot down the aisle. Ever so slowly, and there is an ominous presence, an ominous feel, an ominous life force in the ceremony. Olivia then walks down the aisle fully veiled. She left with tears in her eyes, saying, "I don't want to do this." She continues trotting down the aisle, slowly but surely. But who is it under there? And upon lifting her veil, it is revealed to be Claire. With Olivia's bloody scalp placed upon her head. She smiles at the little girl in the audience. Charlie has a double-take moment and is horrified. The bridesmaids storm away, screams in tow, discovering Olivia's body off screen. Charlie is held back by his groomsmen as he proclaims, "What did you do? What did you do?" The rest of the audience runs away, screaming. The camera slowly focuses on Claire's face, while Olivia's voice is heard, distorted in the background. Claire is fixated, confused, unhappy, joyless, a frog in her throat. Credits roll. I was deeply impressed with this film. It was beautifully shot by Robert Patrick Stern, also co-producer. Everything has dark hues of auburn and ochre and a slick, realistic, neo-romantic look. The production design is very slick, with a heavy reliance on color theory by production designer, co-producer Sarah Sharp. Standout performances from Najara Townsend as Claire and Bree Grant as Olivia. Fun fact, Bree Grant directed 12-Hour Shift with Angela Bettis, and Najara Townsend was in Contracted. So, two great horror-adjacent movies connected to those actresses rather. Just wanted to thank you guys for joining us with Haunted Household, and we will see you next time. Thank you very much. Goodbye.